Welcome to the Soon Podcast.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Soon Podcast. I'm Amanda Lynn. I am a buyer and style curator. And I'm Alyssa, and I am a health coach. And together we talk all things pop culture, health, wellness, fitness, lifestyle, interior design, fashion. You name it,
we
got
talk
it.
about it.
And we just don't stop talking.
Loop us in. What's new? What's going on? I've got a lot that's new and going on, so
I
might
know.
as well go first.
Literally, I don't know what's new with me. Do I have anything new? I personally don't have much that's new. I did go to get Botox yesterday. I always go to this training for Botox from, I think it's like the Aesthetic Institute, whatever. They travel around everywhere and you pay $7 a unit and you get a bunch of nursing people and doctors that are in training to do injections. And so what's good about it is that they know what they're doing. Like they have the instructor right there. She's telling them about the muscle. She's telling them to grab the muscle, and if you do this muscle, then this happens, and blah, blah, blah. So they are talking through the anatomy, and that's really good. What's bad about it is all of them were shaking. Like apparently I was the first person of the whole training. And so a lot of them were shaking. It was extremely slow. So getting my Botox took about an hour. And yeah. And then the other thing is that it wasn't that cheap. It didn't end up being, that cheap. I know $7 a unit sounds cheap, but I feel like they are training these students. And so they are telling people the basic guidelines for how many units. And so I feel like I got loaded up yesterday. It was not a subtle amount.
I love that, though. I think it's good. I think it's necessary. Everyone hopefully can tell my Botox has kicked in. My skin is looking like glass. I also got a facial at Quantum Wellness, and I swear it made my skin so good. Like, I feel like
What
it's never looked so
facial?
good. It was an enzyme facial, and then they did dermaplaning.
Ooh, just a little exfoliation.
So good. And my skin was
Wow.
really acting up. So I feel like it was perfect. And my master Botox is kicking in. I know I already talked about it. I didn't get that many units. I don't notice. I actually don't know. I'm like, let me look at these.
Did you take before pictures?
Yeah, I did. I need to do a side-by-side comparison because I kind of think that it looks a little slimmer right here, but very subtle. I like it. I'm into it. And I don't think that I've grinded my teeth since, which is very exciting.
That is another thing that's new with me is that every single night I have been having bad dreams. Yeah. And I think it's because we are watching this show called Based on a True Story, which is literally such a bad show, you guys. And it had so many good actors in it. And it came out in 2023. And I thought it was just something that slipped through the cracks. And that's why I never watched it. But it turns out it slipped through the cracks because no one was talking about it. And it's really shitty. And it got canceled after its second season. So I don't recommend it. But it is a little spooky. It's about this couple that figures out this guy is a serial killer, and instead of turning him in, they're like, let's do a podcast together. So that's what that's about. And then also, we went on a quick road trip just to LA to see some friends. And so we listened to a podcast on the way up that is so good. It's called In Your Own Backyard, and it's a missing person case. And it's very well done. So if you need a long podcast series to get you through it, Paul and I are both big fans. But it is spooky. So I think it's causing me to have some bad dreams.
Well, that's traumatizing. I'm having nothing but good dreams because I have just been having a ball and a half. So I just got back from Mexico. I went for one of my BFF's Bachelorette parties. It was so fun. I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervy to go to Mexico. We we never really went to Mexico growing up as a family. So every time we go, I still get a little anxious. I've only been like 3 times and we live in Arizona. I feel like you're either like a family that goes to Mexico all the time or you like never go. So
Yeah.
we're one of the ones that never goes. But one of my friends, the one who was getting married, her family goes all the time. So we rented a big old bus. We all went. Everyone, honestly, this was a very chill batch, but also super fun. And I feel like all of the girls just got along so well. It felt like a very well meshed batch. So that was really exciting. We did clock in for a full shift at the Sun every single day. It was literally a 9 to 5 by the beach,
What
which
was your drink of choice?
it was a pina colada, which was probably a mistake because it was so much sugar, like so much sugar every single day. And then if I was switching from a pina colada, I would get a margarita, which again is just so much sugar and also a different alcohol. Like I don't know what I thought I was doing, but I was failing. And it was still fun. It was great. I loved it.
Amazing. I'm glad you went. A safe trip for you and fun.
It was fun. I would say if anyone has a batch coming up, my biggest advice to anyone, because I feel like this was kind of like the vibe of the whole weekend, and I think that that's why it went so smooth. Literally, no one gets to have a say except for the bride. Like, it's like, don't be like, no, I don't want to go there. No, I don't feel like that. Like, there was none of that this weekend. It was just like, oh, she wants to go to the beach. Like, we're going to go to the beach. And we all hung by the beach, and it was such a vibe. Everyone was just having a good time. Then when we got ready, we went to dinner when she was ready. Like, it was perfect. And I feel like that's why everyone's just so meshed because there was not that one girl that's like, I don't want tacos. Like, don't say that when you're on a batch. Like, don't try and control the music. Don't try and control the games. Don't control the activities. Just like go with the flow and it'll be so fun for everyone. And that's exactly what happened. So, cheers to that.
I know. I think I'm out of Bachelorette season. Like,
I think I am too.
I don't know if I know anyone else that's gonna invite me on their Bachelorette. Actually, I do. I have one friend, but she has no prospects currently. But when that day comes,
You'll
I'll
be
be here.
amazing. I also have a wedding this weekend. So that's exciting. It's here in Arizona. So Omar's in this wedding, which is amazing. This is another friendly reminder. I'm just going to remind you guys of everything that you need to be doing. There were like 2 separate invitations. Like one was like the full invitation with everything, and then the other one, I guess it's not an invitation, just like their wedding website. The full invitation said like cocktail attire, formal, yada yada. And I was like, "Oh, perfect. It's in the spring." So I got my Newly and I didn't look further into it. And that was my issue is it said formal attire. I'm like, oh, it's a spring wedding. I got a baby blue dress. I got a yellow dress. I'm like, "Oh, she is going to absolutely eat it up this weekend."
Sparkle and shine,
I go
baby.
on their wedding website. It says in the FAQs, black preferred. I'm like,
Girl, you
no,
just gotta pretend that you did not see that. I
no,
mean,
I
no
can't.
one is gonna follow that.
I absolutely, yes, yes. If everyone there is in black and I'm the asshole in baby blue, like what a little mongrel, what a little pick me. So
This is in
no,
LA, it's not New York. No one is going to follow that,
people
unfortunately.
are going to follow it. And you know what? And if they don't, then they should have looked at the FAQs like I should have. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go find a little black dress. I'm going to love it. And that is going to be my vibe for the weekend. But just read all of the FAQs, read all the things before your next wedding so you don't look like a dingling in baby blue when it's preferred black. Okay? Note it.
While we were gone, since we last recorded,
Since we've been gone.
I can't breathe for the first time.
Okay, go ahead.
Since we've been gone, there has been so much drama. I can't even handle it. So, the last time I was in Arizona, Amanda, you did watch an episode of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives with me.
I finished it.
You guys, I got her on it.
I was not into it the last few seasons and I could not stop watching it.
I forced her to watch
This
the first
season,
one.
was absolutely manic. If you haven't been watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 5, you must. It's insane.
Hold on. Since you didn't watch the previous seasons, do you still think people should watch this season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what happened. I feel like these girls are so crazy and they have so much drama that it's like last season feels like 25 years ago. Like, all that matters is right now. And you get the gist really, really quickly of like who likes who doesn't like who, because they literally tell you at least 10 times an episode because they absolutely hate like they hate who they hate and they will make it known. There's just so much. Like, there's so much to unpack. So this episode is all about Celebritea. We're going over what's up and coming, the hot
The ins and outs.
goss,
The hot gossip is
Taylor
SLOMW.
Frankie Paul.
Yeah.
What did you say?
SLOMW. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yes, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but really Taylor Frankie Paul.
No, and Jesse.
And now Jessie. And now Jessie. And Miranda, low key. She's not she's not the drama. But so let's start there. Let's dive into a little bit of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Let's start with a quick little season recap and give our thoughts on the season. So, what did you think of the season? And this is going to be a spoiler. So, if you haven't watched it, skip over or watch or just listen, and then you can debate with us as you watch.
Okay, so we start strong in the season. It is before they even recorded the season 4 reunion. They started filming. So they've just been filming nonstop. Just immediately off the bat, Whitney and Jen are in Dancing with the Stars. They kind of go over their LA lifestyle, how that's going. The husbands are struggling, trying to find their masculine energy and just like trying to figure out what it's like to once be the provider and now be the stay-at-home dad. It was kind of making me laugh because the things that they were saying is like what you would hear if you go to a park with like hearing a bunch of moms talk.
They kept being like, how are you coping with staying at home with the babies all day long? And they're like, oh, it's just a lot. Like, they work so long, such long hours. They barely have time to come home to the kids. Like, I'm over here cooking, I'm cleaning, and blah, blah.
So nice to talk to another adult. And I'm like,
Yes!
I feel like I always hear that whenever, parents are talking. So that was an interesting dynamic. And then you see the toxic men who can't handle it, like Jordan. So Jesse's husband, who they've been on the brink of divorce for Lord knows how long. And he makes me want to throw up in my mouth. I hate him so much, Amanda. I also hate Dakota. Taylor and Dakota are at each other's throats all season to the point where it's ridiculous. It's gross.
Just embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. I wouldn't want to be around them. I don't know how they are around each other. And I'm sick of Taylor being like, well, you wouldn't understand. Like, you don't know this feeling unless you're in this toxic cycle. I'm like, girl, grow up. You are in your mid-30s
She
with
is so
children.
immature. It's actually hard to watch how immature Taylor Frankie Paul is as a person, and the way she talks to her mother is absolutely unacceptable. The way she talks to her friends is unacceptable. It's shocking. I feel like she's the one who created Mom Talk, and so I feel like they have this obligation to continue to be friends with her, even though she's an absolutely awful person. And I think that they're all getting famous in their own way now, that they don't really need her. And I think that they're all like slowly showing how much they are over her and her shit, because she is just not pleasant. She's not pleasant. Like,
It's not. And if you can't respect somebody, it's hard to be their friend. And so basically the finale is all about Whitney and Jen. They are not friends anymore. Jen is in the wrong, clearly. I don't know
Jen is
what she's thinking.
terrible. I'm just going to start there. I don't know about the previous seasons. I will say, as a non-previous season non-watcher, like I didn't watch the previous seasons, I did not like Whitney because I'd only watched season 1 and she was totally the villain. She annoyed the hell out of me. She's had this insane glow up, I think, personality wise and looks wise. Like, she looks like a new person. And I love the way that she speaks. Like she
Me
speaks
too.
with such clarity. Like I love her. And I really liked her. She seemed to me like she was extending this olive branch to Jen, really trying to put them together on Dancing with the Stars. And you could just tell from the get go that Jen was so jealous of her. She hated that she got Chicago. The fact that she knew that Whitney got Chicago and she never said anything to her after weeks of seeing her on Dancing with the Stars just shows how embarrassing she is. And then Whitney tried to get them together to reconcile or at least just have an adult conversation. And Jen sent her nasty little husband. And it was embarrassing. Jen is embarrassing. Her husband is embarrassing for going. And the fact that Whitney was sitting there crying in front of a grown man and he like had no compassion, I'm like, you are probably the reason why Jen thinks that she can behave like this because you're clearly immature and a woman hater. That's how I feel.
Zach has had a major glow up as well internally. I feel a lot better about him than I did season 1. But this was the complete wrong move on their end, and I feel like they thought they slayed by, like, sending him instead of Jen. I didn't think he treated Whitney the worst. Like, he wasn't screaming in her face. He wasn't, and who knows what they omitted. But either way, it was a gross look. And Jen just seems really in the wrong here. And also, could no one correct her posture all season when she was doing the interviews? She was slumped forward so poorly. And then you have Whitney who's like so poised and
Yeah, that was a hard watch. So I think that the only other tidbit that I have from this show is that the dads are trying to create dad talk. They're really trying to make it happen. I think that it's an embarrassment on the male culture, just every male in the world. If you want to join dad talk, just don't. Like, that's insane. They're just, to me, it shows that they're so insecure with their wives and their success that they are trying to start their own thing so they can get bigger than them again. And I just won't stand for it. The only person whose husband I liked is Whitney's husband. And I'm not fully. I don't know if we can put this on there.
what?
There have been talks. There have been
What?
talks that she is a beard for him and he is just one of the girls trying to support. And there have been multiple conversations where I'm like, I don't not see it. I don't not see it. Like, she'll come home and he's like, Whitney, how was your day? Like, he is like, I swear he is now living his absolute best life. Like, he's like, this is exactly what I wanted from the beginning.
I do agree.
I don't care either way. I love him. I think that they're great. And I really like how much he supports her. And he's actually the only man that I like on the show. So
I agree.
regardless, he's a slay.
I've loved them together no matter the capacity. So, I mean, if that's the truth, I support it. They both seem happy. To me, he seems like he loves Whitney and he maybe is just a little flamboyant and was like a theater kid or something. And it's perfect for Broadway. He can support Whitney and they're just so cute and fun
I think they're
together.
really cute, regardless.
Her kids' names are funny, like Sedona. I was shocked by that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. What did you think of the whole Michaela and Jace?
Michaela. Yeah. I mean, he's just another guy that I was like, I don't like any of the men there except for Whitney's husband. I just don't.
Okay.
I think that they all seem kind of pathetic and all of them are way too good for them.
Amanda is so hardcore.
I'll get divorced. To be honest, the thing that I think shocked me the most is how much they threw around divorce. Like, they'll just sit on the couch and they'll be like, yeah, I mean, if we can't deal with it, then we'll just get a divorce. Like, Jen had that conversation with her husband. Michaela had that conversation with Jace. Jessie had that conversation with her husband. Like, I'm like, you guys talk about divorce like you're getting lunch together. It's the strangest thing. I'm so not used to seeing that.
Yeah, that is really interesting. I mean, I feel like it's hard. They're going through like a huge transition in life. A lot of them, I think, are not as into their faith anymore. And that was like a huge backbone of who they were. And so they're trying to figure that out. Their marriages are all awry. And yeah, they're breastfeeding left and right. So, anyways,
Okay.
the last part of the season was about Taylor going to Bachelorette. She was going to be the Bachelorette, which we have never been on board with. And anyone that was on board with this is what you get. This is what you get.
Rocks for brains. I don't know how anyone who was on board with this thought that it would go any different, because she's such a mess. And I'm here for, someone changing themselves. I'm here for someone, having that comeback. But I never got that vibe from Taylor. I don't think that she wants to be the underdog that comes back and becomes the hero. I think that she just wants to live this messy lifestyle because it gets views, and she thinks it's funny because she has got the maturity level of a 2-year-old. And I can't even watch it. The fact that, if anyone doesn't know, she slept with Dakota the night before she was leaving for the Bachelorette. The night before. And to top it off, Dakota brought it up, but she also jokes about how she doesn't use protection. She was ovulating. There's just so many things that I'm like, that is just, maybe it's funny for you because you don't care, like if you have a baby again, and that's great. But you're bringing in so many other people and their feelings in their lives. And these men quit their job to potentially be your husband. And if you just went on there and were pregnant and you didn't know, like, what is your problem? What is your problem? I can't even talk about it. It's maddening to me.
I know. I'm like, she needs to go away for a long time.
She needs to be locked up.
Jen literally went to Arizona to go to like some kind of wellness retreat for her mental health. And I'm like, why is Taylor Frankie Paul still on TikTok? This girl needs to have a lobotomy, like her phone removed. She needs to completely heal. Yeah, there's no excuse at this point. So basically, after the season, actually, I don't even know if the season ended when this information came out. I think it did. The Bachelorette is canceled after videos from her 2023 lawsuit of domestic violence with Dakota came out, and she apparently hit her child on accident while throwing a metal bar stool at her ex-boyfriend or boyfriend, whatever. So this was all like written out. Anybody could read it. I'm sure the Bachelor franchise read this information. If someone has a criminal record, maybe go through that. So I'm sure they did. But then people seeing this video and hearing the child crying and seeing the light just out of Taylor's eyes, I feel like people turned immediately, and the Bachelor franchise is associated with Disney and they just had to pull the plug. Well, how do you feel about it?
I think the thing for me is that the video is atrocious. It's absolutely atrocious. She is a mongrel, and so is Dakota. And I feel very awful for their children to have to live in that household, because this is just the one that was documented.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing her on the show, that's honestly just how they live their life. I think the disappointing thing for me is that this has been out. This is not news to anyone. No one's shocked by this coming out. So I don't know if the Bachelor franchise just thought no one was going to bring it back up. They thought that everyone was over it. A lot of people are speculating that Dakota himself is the one who refueled this fire, which I 100,010 believe that he is the one to do that.
Yeah.
But I think that they handled it really wrong. They should have had a plan in action for if this were to come out again. Or they should just pick someone else from the beginning. But I think that taking away the entire season from all of those men who, like I said, quit their job, put themselves on the line for this, is really sad. And I mean, I saw someone post this and I couldn't agree more that, like, if this was not ABC and if it was Bravo would have been airing it with video cameras in the bathroom, like, and that's what the people want, but that's not what ABC is going to give them. There are talks of Moira becoming the Bachelorette and doing a live action series.
I'm like, there's no way. And why would she want to end up with any of these men?
That's the issue is everyone's like,
They're great normal men.
they're great normal men, but she's gonna marry a billionaire. Like, it's gonna be great for views, but if she wasn't even going after Rob on Love Island, she's not gonna go for your
Not Love
average
Island.
Joe.
Traitors. Yeah, I would not be interested in that season, honestly. Like, I wouldn't get excited about it. I would just feel like it's gonna be a waste of time. I just wanna see pretty people talking to pretty people, I guess. But, yeah, I would not be on board with that.
Yeah.
The other news is that Jesse and Jordan did get a divorce officially. Thank God, because he is like a narcissist, straight up. It was terrifying watching him behave, watching him reel in these dad talk people, and it was just terrible. So I'm very happy for her. Then, bam, immediately news came out. She made out with Chase, Miranda's ex.
I feel really bad for Miranda because one, everyone is chasing her ex.
He's
Chase,
not worth
get
it.
it? He's not worth it. I'm like, you girls are now famous. Like, you're actually famous. You could probably get any guy. I mean, they're all stunning. I'm like, why do you keep going after your friends' husbands? It's actually weird. It really grosses me out and it creeps me out. I'm like, I don't understand why you guys keep your circle that close. I know you guys were swingers, or some of you allegedly, but it's just too much. Like, it's just too much. Have some respect for your friends and don't do that. And I feel like Miranda is always the one who's getting the short end of the stick, and she seems really sweet. So I think that that's terrible.
I know, and I'm already like, damn, Jesse, like, if that is how low your self-worth is, that the first guy that pays attention to you, you're just gonna kiss, even though you're friends with his ex-wife. But the funny thing is do you know who else was involved in all of this? Indy Blue. Indy Blue was seen with Chase a few nights before. I don't know how long before, actually, but I believe, like, her and Chase were kind of a thing. And so she commented on the post and said, "This is embarrassing."
Oh my God.
So Indy Blue is a huge Utah influencer,
Mhm.
ex-Mormon, I believe.
Mhm. Yeah. It's
Yikes.
crazy. So there are also, just to wrap this up with a pretty little bow for
Yeah.
everyone, there are talks of a new series that is a spinoff of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but they'll remove the Mormon side from it and it's more influencer based. So everyone knows, I think it was Whitney and someone else, just Michaela just moved to LA. And I think one of the other ones moved to LA. Maybe it was Jesse. I can't remember which one it was. So they all moved to LA. And then you have Avery Woods, which is a huge influencer. She used to be best friends with Emily Kaiser. Then you have Salome, which is another huge influencer. She is friends with Avery Woods. There are talks of, oh my gosh, who's the girl, Alyssa, that was
Aspen.
Aspen Ovard. So all of those three, they're good friends. They hang out together. And Aspen was on an episode of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So there are talks that that will be the group of this next spinoff show, which I do think will be really good. Okay.
I don't know if these Mormon girls know what they're getting into.
Yeah, I mean, when you see that they just keep their little group so small and all of that, I think when they move to LA and see a whole different side of things, just like when they went on the Vanderpump Villa, I think that they're going to be like, oh my God, this is.
And one of their favorite phrases is to call people clout chasers. And I'm like, what the heck do you think all of these people in LA are doing?
Yeah, literally. So I would be very interested to watch that series. So I'm putting that out there that I'm open and ready. But that's our little update for Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I know. I
Crazy.
would like them to release The Bachelorette. I'm bored. I just want to watch it. Let me have it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another segment.
Okay.
You said you've been watching Summer House from the start. Is that correct?
I am. I took a brief pause because I need to finish Bridgerton. So Summer
You still
House.
haven't finished Bridgerton?
No. So I'm finishing Bridgerton this week, and I took a pause from Summer House because, I just can't be everything to everyone all at once.
Well,
But
there
what's
is
what's your
huge
update?
news. You won't know anything about these people I'm going to talk about, but you probably know about Kyle and Amanda.
Yep. They got a
They're getting a
divorce.
divorce. Yes.
Thank
Sierra
goodness.
is a huge best friend of Amanda, has always had Amanda's back, is an angel. She kind of was in love with this guy on Summer House. His name was West, and he truly broke her heart. It took her like a whole year to recover. There are rumors that Amanda has been dating this West man under the table. And
No,
now
girl.
Sierra hasn't liked any of Amanda's things in months. And it would be crazy, you guys. But I kind of get it because I love West. But him and Sierra are just endgame. And so I couldn't imagine being a best friend and
That's terrible.
getting in
That
the way
is
of that.
terrible. Girls, just don't do that. Just don't. There are so many men out there. Like, just don't do that.
Find
Ugh.
another.
Ugh.
Find another.
That really
So
ticks me off.
I just wanted to bring that up because I'm shocked about it. I really pray that it's not true for their friendship. Okay, what else do we got?
I have a quick update. So I did not watch the Hannah Montana reunion. That is on my list, but there were.
I did.
So I'm interested to hear what your take was. But first, I have a couple of little tidbits that I wanted to, just throw out there. Number one, why was Lily not there? And
Literally,
why
no one was there.
Lily was not there, but Alex Cooper was. Chapel Rowan was, and she decided that now was the time to tell the Hannah Montana, the Miley Cyrus, the epitome of young adult pop star turned into mega pop star. Chapel Rowan has the audacity to say, "You walked so I could run." Chapel, you are not running. You in comparison to the Hannah Montana Miley Cyrus duo, because she's a twofer, she's not even walking. She's not even crawling. Like, you just can't compare. I think that that's the craziest statement I've ever heard, and Chaperone's on my shit list right now, so I just can't. I
She's
can't
on
get behind that.
everyone's shit list. She needs a rebrand bad because
Yeah.
I did not like her in the Hannah Montana anniversary thing. Like, she just is unlikable, honestly. But there was nobody in it except for her. Alex Cooper, I think, helped put it on through Unwell. So she was the one that was kind of interviewing Miley in between these little spiel like things that they would do. Her mom was there, her dad was there, Chapel, literally no one else. Selena Gomez made a very, very quick appearance.
Such a random group. I know Selena Gomez was on the show. She was, the arch nemesis Michaela. But out of all the people, and then my other little tidbit that I just thought was interesting because I didn't realize this until now, but Jackson, Hannah Montana's brother on the show, he was playing a 16-year-old. Okay. So on the show, he's 16. Come to find out, he was a 28-year-old man.
Yeah, that's literally kid shows, Amanda.
That is so crazy to me. I thought he was going to be like, oh, I was 22. I'm like, you're 30? That's me being like, can I play a 16-year-old? Please?
Yeah. No, it's so weird how they do that. I don't know why and how they do that, but that's a thing. Yeah, he wasn't there. Rico wasn't there. None of the people.
Rico.
But what can you do? I mean, this was something that we all were interested in. We all wanted without even knowing we wanted it. And they made it happen. They created the set. She sang a lot of songs, and that's all we can ask for. She reminisced a little bit. I just wish it came out with a huge bang with like everybody there, but I guess she couldn't make that happen. And so this is what we got. And that's okay.
We'll take it.
The songs were amazing. It was really cute. There was a part where she recreated a scene with her dad and they literally read lines and then they showed the old scene where her and her dad were doing. And it's just very cool. I mean, Billy Ray's hanging on by a thread. So it was good to see him there and see her family back together for a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know that the Cyruses were having a moment, so I'm glad that
A
they
moment. It
could
was like
figure their
20
stuff out.
years.
Yeah, they've been having a moment. So I'm glad that they could figure it out together for my girl Hannah. Um, Next up on my list, Ariana Grande is teasing her 8th album. That is fun. So she sent out a mass text to everyone on her text thread, anyone who signed up, that essentially said, "You're due for a checkup before June. Please call the Brighter Days Inc. to schedule your next appointment." And then when you call the number that she provided, it's a voicemail of Ariana Grande being all Ariana Grande. And she says, "We are counting down the eights. Oops, I mean the days." So everyone is speculating that she has an album on the horizon, which is great. I really, really loved her last album, but I'm very interested now that she is no longer Glinda to know what her persona will be for this album, because
I
she
feel
has
like she's always going to
gone.
be Galinda.
But when you compare, I will see TikToks, and if you aren't on the side of TikTok, go ahead and, do a quick search because it's worth a watch. The eras of Ariana Grande, she has been many a person, okay? She is like the Kourtney Kardashian when she's with a new man. She just every year, I swear, is a new person. And that's great. But just imagine her Glinda era next to her Thank You Next era, where she's twerking on the stage, talking about her hair extensions. And they just like, the fact that they're the same person is the craziest thing to me. So I'm really interested, if this is an album, what the vibe is going to be. Like, is she going to go a little bit back to her roots and go more pop? Or is she just going to stay this like very soft? I don't know. She's a brunette now. So I don't know.
There is nothing more iconic than
Her Sweetener
Dangerous
era.
Woman.
Yeah. Dangerous era. That vibe. I think that's when she was dating Mac Miller.
That did it for me. I was like,
Yeah.
she is everything.
She is
And
everything.
I do think this Glinda era is her new self, maybe. Like, as a grown woman, she's in her 30s now. We'll see. I'm ready for dark hair and dark eyebrows.
I'm ready for her to just stop talking like Glinda, because that's just not her voice. But other than that, I'm just
We're
here for
excited.
whatever she is. So what's next on yours?
There are two things. So this
I
one's a
got
quick one. Did you see the Miss Thailand contestant?
Where her flipper fell out.
She was mid-interview, and okay, what would you relate a flipper to? How can you describe that?
It's like fake teeth. You put it over your teeth. It's almost like a little
Like
retainer
a
with,
denture.
yeah. So that way your smile looks bigger, your teeth look prettier.
And I think they put temporary glue in, and it just was falling. It was
So she's talking and
zigzagging
it's like,
about.
and she's like trying to chomp it back into place, and it's just coming out. Like, think of any elderly, like when you think of a funny scene in a movie with like an elderly person with dentures and like it falls out and like, or they're taking it out. Like, that was this poor girl in this pageant trying to look her absolute best, and her freaking teeth fall out. Like, what a nightmare.
Yeah, she pulled it together though. Did you see her aftermath? Like, she just was great. She acted like nothing
Girls got
happened.
poise, but that's
She's
the
like, I've
craziest
never
thing.
been
I just don't
hotter.
know how you recover from that as a person. Like, you'll forever be missing teeth girl. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I just had to mention it. And then I just have one more, but what do you got?
My last one is that the Pussycat Dolls are having a reunion tour. This is
Amanda, I have to interrupt you because we did not talk about at all during the Hannah Montana thing that we've been to 2 Hannah Montana concerts in our life.
We have been to 2 Hannah Montana concerts
Not
in our
Miley Cyrus.
life. No, wait. What was our second Hannah Montana concert? I remember one. I cried.
Maybe I went to 2.
You went to 2. I went to 1.
Yeah,
How did that happen?
I know. I think I was asked to go with a friend. I was not that into Hannah Montana. You were.
I loved Hannah Montana. I love her so much. I also really regret never going to a Miley Cyrus concert just because she was just so good. Like, I want to go to a Bangers concert. I want to go to old Miley Cyrus, but maybe that's what I was hoping for with this whole reunion. I really thought she was going to announce like a throwback tour, almost like who just did that?
The Jonas Brothers?
Taylor Swift. Almost like Taylor Swift. Could you imagine if Miley Cyrus did like She's Got the Best of Both Worlds tour where she did her current Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, and then Miley when she like had her crazy phase? Like that I would pay a sickening amount of money to see that happen.
It would sell out. The
So
best concert we ever went to was the Jonas Brothers. It was like a reunion tour. It was so good.
It was the best thing ever. One of my friends actually gave me tickets for free. She won them on a radio show and she had been trying to sell them. And it was literally the day of. It was like 3 p.m. and the concert started at 5. And she was like, does anyone want these tickets? No one's bought them. And I was like,
yeah.
And I took a listen. We were like third row. It was the craziest thing of my life. It was so cool. But so I'm here for the Pussycat Dolls reunion. We are Pussycat Doll stans. There are only 3 out of 6 returning to this tour. So that's the thing is that it's the main girl. I can't remember her. I don't know any of their names, but we all know the main girl. She was dating Kim K's current man of the hour. And so she'll be there, but it's a 3 out of 6, which I do think is a flop, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm proud of them for getting back on the Pussycat.
I would go I think that would be fun. It's really creepy that we were listening to them in 4th grade.
We're like, I want you to loosen up my buttons, babe. We were like,
yeah, not great. Okay, my last thing is about a show that you didn't watch. You were not into it. We started Age of Attraction. I was shocked. These people are so far apart in age, the people that they end up with. So basically, you go on the show, no one tells you age, and you kind of are like, okay, well, I can tell who's going to be in their 80s and who's going to be in their 20s. No, like they found these crazy anomalies. And so these couples are 30 years apart, 20 years apart. Yeah, it is nuts.
That's so weird because you said that. We started watching one episode and I was like, I absolutely cannot do this. Like, it's just not my vibe. But Alyssa said in the beginning, she's like, everyone here like looks the same. Like, this is so dumb. But joke's on you.
Yeah, it was shocking. I did fast forward through a lot of the season. I think if they do it again, I hope it's more dramatic. This one was a little bit flop for me, but it was their first season and it was very cool to see. And they just had the finale and multiple couples decided to stay together despite, the stigmas and how difficult it might be to be dating someone younger than your child. It was very interesting. If anyone wants something slow but interesting and different, it's a good show to watch. Thank you guys for being here.
We're going to get back to doing episodes once a week. We're very excited about that. We got someone to assist with our marketing. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. We just are too busy bees. So we're very excited and we hope that this helps us get back on schedule. We love doing once a week and everyone has been asking for us to do once a week again. So we're really excited to bring that back. And we love y'all for bearing with us. But thank you guys so much for listening.
Yes, please write in, ask us anything for our sisterly advice column, and give us a 5-star review, you guys. We are begging you.
Give us a 5-star review, write in for sisterly advice, follow us on all the platforms, and we love you guys. And hang on, how do I do like the ding, 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 like a cheers? Anyways, our 1-year anniversary is coming up, and we're going to do a giveaway of some fun PR that I've been hoarding. So
stay tuned.
And follow and stay tuned. And we love you.
Talk soon.
Talk soon.